Welcome to Let's Get Into It. I am your host, Sherelle Higgins. Let's Get Into It is a safe space to have real conversations that are meant to uplift, encourage, and let you know you are not the only one dealing with life. Each episode of Let's Get Into It is designed to provide illuminating and thought-provoking information on a variety of topics. In fact, no topic is off limit. If you would like to see a topic discussed, please feel free to make a recommendation. My special guest and I will have a great time discussing topics that the mainstream media wouldn't dare discuss. We will bring these conversations to you with an open mind, respectfully, from different perspectives, and most importantly, with love. Thank you for joining me and my special guest. Now, let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. You know, a couple of weeks ago, the preacher said no tricks in 2026. Well, let me tell you, I have been tricked today. Last week, I was at a girlfriend's house and she was talking about going to Charlotte to the women's 50th anniversary for basketball for a particular school. And I was like, cool, I want to go. And so let's roll. So we plan to roll out. How about I thought it was this weekend coming? How about I thought I was leaving in the morning? I just found out like 5 minutes ago that it's not this weekend. I happened to look at Charlotte's schedule and I was like, and I asked her, I said, well, why does this say the game is at another school? And she was like, well, the game is on the 7th. I called her and I was like, the 7th of what? And she was like, the 7th of February. I was like, oh, girl, I thought we was leaving in the morning. It is too funny because my husband has gone out his way to not only wash the vehicle, he gassed it up, cleaned it out, got it all ready for us to roll. Now, you know we're supposed to have a winter storm this weekend, but that wasn't going to stop us from going. We were still going to go, and I was going to try to get back here before it got too bad on Sunday. Well, lo and behold, he also asked me, well, did you pack yet? I said, well, why would I do that when I'm not leaving until tomorrow morning? So my plan was to get up tomorrow morning, pack, and roll out. Well, my mind played a trick on me because we're not even going this weekend. So I'm glad I did not take my time to pack today because otherwise my stuff would have still been packed for a future trip. And so, 2026 is already kicking off with a bang. And so, as many of my followers know, one of the events that I just love going to every year is CIAA. And CIAA is at the end of February, and I get so excited about it because I know that CIAA is more than just about basketball. It is a family reunion. It is a fashion show, and yes, I participate in the fashion show. It is a time to fellowship. It is a time to spend some quality time with people I have not seen since homecoming, which is typically in October. And it is just a great time. And one of the parties that I typically go to for CIAA is the Virginia State University's day party. And the people who normally host it, the Legends of Troy, decided not to have one this year. So I was like, well, I'm not going to CIAA if they're not having their party. Well, I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, that don't really make sense. Why am I not going to CIAA? No, I'm going to be mad when I see people posting that they at the party kicking it for CIAA and I'm not there with my fashion on. And so guess what? I am definitely going to CIAA. One of my big sisters from Virginia State, Miss Antoinette, texted me the other day. She was asking me about a particular party. And I was like, girl, I don't even know. Let me find out because I wasn't even going to go to that party. Well, right after she texted me, I was like, let me stop playing around. Let me book my hotel room and get my tickets to the party because guess what? I am definitely going to CIAA. And so with that being said, I'd like to welcome my guest, who you have seen on here before last year talking about CIAA, because they are not only hosting a day party for CIAA, they are also hosting a night party. Now, if I'm going to be honest, and I like to be honest, I typically will go to the day parties. By nighttime, I'm wiped out and I'm usually asleep because I got to rest up for the day party the next day. But this year, I am going to impress myself and go to not only the day party, but also the night party. And yes, I'm going to go to the day party the next day. I'll be tired, but whatever. I'll be there. So without further ado, I will introduce you to my guest, Herb Vincent, and also Dion Saxton. They are the host of the day party and the night party this year for CIAA. So welcome, fellas. Welcome. Um, yes, thank you all for agreeing to come on and let's talk about CIAA. Let's talk about why it's important for us to not only attend CIAA, but the support behind CIAA. So I will start with you, Dion. Why is it important for you all to have these parties to support CIAA?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, Sherelle, it's about the camaraderie, the fellowship, the meet, the greet, to come across people you haven't seen in a while. Not only just from Virginia State, but also from other schools. Of course, we know people from all across the spectrum when it comes to HBCUs, and they attend this event because it is such a wonderful, wonderful event. So that's why it's important. It's important also to support the schools themselves through funding. Um, One of the things that we're doing, we're giving back from both parties um, to our school so that we can support them. So it's important all the way around.
I love the giving back part because
Right.
one of the things we know, particularly in this type of political climate, is that they are doing everything that they can to abolish our HBCUs. And as alumni, it is up to us to make sure that our school doesn't go out of business. So, Herb, I will kick the question over to you. Why is it important for us to support CIAA? Okay, Herb is having some technical difficulties. Herb, I don't know if you can. I don't. I'm guessing he can't hear me. He's frozen.
Looks
So
like he's frozen.
yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna text him, and let him know that he should log out and log back in. Bear with us. Okay, I just text him. Sometime from time to time we have these issues. So Dion, me and you, we just go keep rolling.
So I didn't get a chance to thank you for having us both on, Sherelle, and we really appreciate it. Not only for having us on, but we're trying to, you're giving us exposure also, which is great. Again, as we discussed, we're having this party, but it's a party with a purpose, and again, we're giving kickbacks to the school to make sure that we provide some funding for scholarships and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
thanks once again. Thanks once again.
Oh, you're welcome. I try to support Virginia State however I can, whether it be through monthly donations, may it be attending parties that I know that those people who are hosting the parties are going to give some of the proceeds back to the school, whatever it is. And, at times, particularly now, while we are, in this political climate, it is really important for us to stand up and stand by our schools. And we know there's a love for Virginia State like no other. And because of that love, a lot of us do what we can to support. And oftentimes I think people don't realize that you don't have to have a lot of money to give back, right? Because every dollar counts. Right. And, during this time, we know a lot of people have lost their jobs and just can't afford to because they are struggling to make ends meet. Right. And we
Mhm.
understand. But for those of us well, I'm gonna say for those of you all who still work, because I'm retired, but for those of you all who still work, let's do what we can, even if it's just $10 a month.
Yeah.
We blow that going out to eat. We blow that, giving it to our ungrateful kids, and because we know these kids are ungrateful, and it ain't just my kids, it's all of them, right? I talk to a lot of parents, and I tell them all, it ain't just yours, it's all of our kids. And
Right.
so we got to do what we can to support our school, because we love, love, love Virginia State University. As a matter of fact, that's part of our song. I love it, I love it, I love
I
it.
love it. I love it. I love it. You're absolutely right.
As Jackie said, VSU, I love it. Yes, absolutely. Herb, are you good? Can you hear us?
I can hear you now. Had a little interruption, but I can hear you now. I am good.
Okay, turn your phone the other way so that you fill up the screen. There you go. Thank you, my brother. Okay, I'm going to kick the question back to you, Herb. Why is it important for us to support CIAA?
Listen, it's CIAA has been in existence for since 1947, and I learned something within the last few months that the CIAA actually started in DC. It did not start in Norfolk as I thought, but the historical Black colleges and how it all started and how it all came together. It's so important that we support our legacy and our families and everybody in my family went to an HBCU. So, either it was Norfolk State, it was Hampton, it was Howard, it was one of the schools all over the country. And it's important that we just support each other and make sure that we celebrate our legacy and celebrate the understanding that, all things happen for the good. Our heritage went through hell, to be able to create these historical Black colleges. And in order to be able to uphold that, we must do our part. And to be able to do our part is being able to celebrate the good times, bad times, and the difference. So yeah, we just want to make sure we continue the legacy of the CIAA.
Yes, yes. And so, okay, so one of the things I mentioned in the opening is that CIAA is more than about basketball, right? Because some people be like, I don't like basketball, whatever. You don't, to support CIAA, you don't necessarily have to go to the games. Although I do encourage people to
Yeah.
support the games as well, not only the guys but the females games as well. And so, my question to you, Herb, is let's talk about CIAA from a family reunion perspective.
So family reunion perspective is we get to invite people come from all over the country. We've received calls from St. Louis, California, Chicago. Family is family.
Town, Chicago Bears. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
We just discovered that we are cousins through the Vincent line from Chicago to Virginia to from wherever we got dropped off. But I mean, it's important that we understand that Dion's mom is my mom, and my mom is Dion's mom, and our family and everybody that we lock in together, and we love on each other. It's all about family. It really is about family first. On a serious note.
Yes, absolutely. Dion, let's talk about the family reunion perspective.
I mean, what Herb touched on, but I mean, again, the family reunion perspective is all about fellowshipping, at the CIAA. That's one big family reunion. I mean, when you get there, I mean, you see people and you just so excited to see them. I mean, and to clap hands with them, to hug them, all those things. And so again, it's just a beautiful thing. For me, it's a fellowship, it's joy, it's seeing your old friends again. And again, that not only just from Virginia State, but you see people from the DMV that have come. I met somebody who went to what was that, Grambling, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I come to the CIAA, every year." So you get people from from other
New
countries.
Orleans.
Yep, New Orleans, all over. So it's just a great way to bring people together, and this seems to be the best um, event in terms of a basketball event that there is for HBCUs.
Both of you all touched on something. One thing about Virginia State is we are very welcoming to people who did not go to Virginia State.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
we are so welcoming to people at our family reunions that after a while, you don't even know if they went to Virginia State or
Yeah,
not.
that's true. That's true. You'll be like, "Did you go to Virginia State?" It's like, "No, no, I went to Norfolk State." Okay, okay.
And I love that for us because one of the things about the Black culture is we will welcome everybody with love, right? And one of the things I really enjoy about CIAA, okay, Herb, what you doing? Herb, what you doing?
No, I'm good. I can hear you.
I'm hearing a lot of background noise, and your screen is black.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, he on mute. We are just so welcoming. And one of the things I love about CIAA, particularly as a female, is that I always feel very safe at
Mhm.
CIAA. I don't care what
Yeah,
the location is, I always feel very safe. And
yeah,
I always feel like um if something would to were to happen, that we would Herb, I need you to go on mute for me. We would, I know that my Virginia State brothers would look out for
oh yeah, oh yeah,
time for the nonsense and the foolishness. And so I know that if I'm out and about, I'm going to be looked after, whether I'm with my husband or not. And so I love the fact that my husband went to Virginia State, and everybody knows that we're a couple, but nobody is ever like, oh, I can't, look after her because he's
oh
not
right,
here,
oh yeah,
because
that's
he
so
is
true.
here,
That's
and that's important to me as a female.
Yeah. If we could drop that spirit and attitude into the Black communities, we would be so straight. If we could do that, like if we had that same spirit that we have at CIAA, and we dropped that into the Black communities, the ghettos, and everybody just looked out for each other, that would be amazing. And
It really would be. It would
yeah,
go a long way.
yeah, yeah.
Um, let's see. Antoinette says, absolutely, Sherelle, welcoming and safe. And I love that with amongst the females from Virginia State or those associated with Virginia State, I feel the same way, right? We look after each other. I know, for CIAA and for homecoming, as time gets closer to it, my phone is usually blowing up like I'm hosting a party. See, I know.
Right, right,
People want to know where the party at, how do I get
right,
tickets, where you gonna be, what time you gonna get here, where are you now, and I love
right.
that because I know that people are looking forward to fellowshipping with me and looking forward to us just kicking it, right? There's no, oh, I didn't like her back in college, she thought
Right.
she knew, none of that foolishness, right? Because well, y'all are older than me, but most of us, are just older.
Yeah,
And
we've grown out of that.
thank
That
God.
we don't have any time for that at this point in our lives.
Yes, thank God. And so I love that for us. I have a lot of many people know I had two older sisters at Virginia State when I got there. And so
Mhm.
I didn't have that freshman, don't know nobody, got to get to know people that kind of thing. When I got to Virginia State, everybody knew I was Sharon and Jackie's little sister, right?
Right.
And so a lot of people took me under their wing and was like, "Oh, you Sharon and Jackie little sister? You my little sister too." Yeah. And so I love that for me, and it, that still stands to this day. When I go to CIAA, people are like, "Well, where's your sisters?" I'm like, "Well, Sharon is probably over there and Jackie not here," or whatever, right? And so that family reunion spirit is just so awesome. And it gets me so excited every year that I just can't even imagine not being there. I had a memory pop up recently where it was COVID, right? And we didn't go to CIAA, but the Legends of Troy did something online. And I was on my front porch. I had on my CIAA outfit like I was going to the party. And it was just a great memory. I was like, shit, ain't stopping me from going to CIAA.
Exactly.
And so let's talk about the styling and profiling that happens at CIAA. Herb, are you with us? Are you good? He froze again.
Froze again.
This might be me and you, Dion.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
He got that bootleg ass internet.
Well, that's my partner. So hey, I gotta do what I gotta do.
There you go. There you go. So let's talk about the styles at CIAA. What have you noticed about how we show up at CIAA? I need Herb to go on mute.
Yeah. So again, Sherelle, we show up and show out. I mean, come on. Black people and fashion, that goes together, period. So the brothers and sisters are going to make sure they find something to put on to come to the CIAA. And what I like about it is that it's the school emblem and colors and that sort of thing. And everybody's trying to find the freshest school gear, the freshest. And I'm one of those people. I'm like, where can I find the hoodie that nobody has? That's the type of thing we're dealing with when we go to the CIAA. And also when we go to the parties, people, every year I'm trying to find some new gear. I can't repeat what I had on last year. So I got to go try to find something. So I think that's everybody's spirit. I think that's everybody's demeanor when they decide to come to the CIAA. What fresh gear am I going to have on? What am I going to have on to impress? And that's, the music and fashion is what we do, period.
Absolutely. We're going to get to the music part because that is like so important.
Right.
And I'm with you, Dion. Every year I'm like, what am I going to wear? I cannot wear anything I've ever worn before. Right. And it's so funny because my thought process is when I go to the Thursday party, wait a minute, hold on. Can't wait to watch Sherelle walk the runway and her and you rock the VSU gear. So, every year I'm like, on Thursday, when I go to the Thursday party, I'm gonna rock my orange and blue, whatever that is. Last year I had some customized Converse. They were orange,
blue. Absolutely. There you go.
On one shoe it said Bears, on the other shoe it said Trojans.
Oh my goodness! Now that's super fly right there. That's super fly.
And then for the Friday day party, I'm typically gonna bring out my cutest outfit. Like,
okay,
it's gonna be something new, but it's gonna be my cutest outfit because I know a lot of people be checking me out and like, okay, what's she gonna wear?
Exactly.
And my sister Sharon taught me you can't disappoint your public. I make sure I show up and not disappoint my public in my outfit for the Friday day party.
That's right.
So it's, like you said, Black people and fashion just go hand in hand.
Oh, they go hand in hand. Absolutely.
Everybody is fashionable, right? And everybody bring out their best gear. And I can't even say whether or not somebody wore something that they wore to CIAA before, right? Because I just don't retain that kind of information.
You can't. Nobody does. But in your mind, you can't have that. So you can't repeat that. That's in your mind. But you probably could, and nobody would remember. Unless it was something that was just outlandish, then that would probably be the case.
Yes, absolutely. But let me tell you, as a woman, let me tell you one thing I have learned about CIAA. I'm not wearing no heels to CIAA. It's too much walking, too much partying. My feet cannot hurt. And so I have found the answer to that, which are the Converse platform shoes.
Yeah,
I wear them with everything now because
I noticed you rock the Converse, and you rock them well too. You do.
Thank you. And so the fashion is just so important, and everybody just looks so good. And it's one of the things I've heard is when you fix yourself up, it make you feel good, right? And so when people show up for CIAA, they feel good because they look good. And so I love that for us.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about not only why it's important to support CIAA, we talk about the family reunion perspective, we talk about the fashion. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about our DJs, because the DJ can make or break a party.
Oh, don't we know it? Me and her, we on the same plane with you on that one.
Yes. A DJ can make or break a party. Herb, you with us?
Yes, I apologize. I had a device that I did not know that was on, and I had to turn that off because I was streaming through it as well. So I apologize for the delay, but I heard majority of it. I heard you talking about your gear. That's what I heard you talking about. I heard you talking about your gear that you're gonna wear to the parties on the 3 days that we're gonna be in Baltimore.
Yes. So let's talk about your gear, because you know what, you don't show up slipping either.
Hey, family, how we do. I gotta give a huge shout out to Rob Shooter. For the last 4 years, he has custom, as you see this jacket that I have on right now, he has custom all of my jackets and our hats and Dion's gear and our gear. So I got to give a shout out to Shooter Sports.
Gym shops there. In DC.
Shooter Sports.
Shooter Sports in Forestville. So I got to give a huge shout out for him. He has been so gracious. Always teamed up, always came to Vin, always teamed up. Business, coming together with businesses, Black-owned businesses, has been a plus for us as well, to bring out our vendors and so forth and so on, to bring the fashion and bring the unique styles and, stuff that you will never, ever see, on somebody else. Because Sherelle, like your girl Jill, you don't get the same outfit. She gonna make it one time, and that's it.
And I'll hold that thought for a minute, Herb, because I want to talk about the vendors, because that's an important piece of it all. But we were talking about the fashion. Hold on, we got some comments. Sharon says, I'm looking forward to connecting with all my VSU family at CIAA. Always a great time. And so, yes, when people see me at CIAA and they say, where's your sister? I'm going to say, Sharon over there, Jackie not here. There we go.
hey, sister cousin.
And then we were getting ready to talk about how important it is about having the right DJ, because a DJ can make or break a party. And Jen say that DJ makes the party. And so let's talk about, how do you all decide who's going to DJ the party?
Dion, you go first. I'll follow you, bro.
I mean,
unless you want me to go first.
We go back and forth on DJs. Me and her, we grapple a little bit on that. I kind of leave the music part to her, because he's more of a music person than I am. I mean, he knows music, different genres and that sort of thing. So I kind of follow his lead on that. But when it comes to DJ, I will voice my opinion. I'm like, that he okay. you know, he's not really good, Herb. So, you know, I've done that in the past. So we search and we look for, you know, good talented DJs, and it's hard. You know, sometimes you hear DJ and he rocked the party. You bring him to your party, you're like, man, is that the same guy that was at the other party? We've had that happen. So, you know, so again, I leave that kind of up to Herb. And but we both go and we search out DJs. We kind of go to, you know, different events to hear different DJs. And that's how we found the DJs pretty much.
So, Sorrell, and so to piggyback off of it, I'm just a music connoisseur. I just love music. My family loves music, and it's just a whole music thing. But you got to have a listening ear, and when you go to an event, and however you decide, you may go with a DJ for 2 or 3 years, and that DJ may have did an outstanding job for 2 or 3 years. But then then you have to just switch up. It's like having a different type of a concert. You may bring in this artist, and next year you may need to bring in a different artist, because you just need a different flavor. You just need a different tone. So, we've gone, back and forth with several different DJs that we've had in the past. This year we're bringing on some DJs that we've used last year. We're bringing on a brand new DJ that we heard this summer at a party in Baltimore. So we're always looking for the fresh and the new sound that can bring a different audience and bring some different flavor and be able to show their gift and their talent and their craft, because DJs have a craft and they have to practice that craft. And when you see that they have practiced that craft, it shows up at the party. So it shows up at the event. Go ahead, Dion.
No, I totally agree with you. And that's one of the things that me and Herb talked about. You can tell when a person has practiced their craft. They've been in the lab, as Herb would say. And the lab means that they've gone down there and they practiced some music and put on some different types of music and mix some different type of music. And so yeah. So I mean, we that's what we kind of look for, somebody who is talented and also is fully aware that they need to continue to work on their craft. So, you don't hear the same thing year after year after year.
Very important.
And so I want you all to respond to this. Antoinette says, you also have to listen to your attendees' feedback.
Yes, we have. Antoinette knows that.
She must be giving y'all some feedback.
She gave us some feedback. It wasn't any feedback that we didn't know at the time. Like we knew right away. So we understood that. So
yes.
So she's right.
Yeah, feedback is important.
Yeah.
And I particularly, us as grown folks, right? If you want people to continue to support you, you got to be willing to listen, right? Because we want to support you. And so, I'm typically not going to give feedback unless it's just something like if I get to the party and I got a ticket and I got to stand in line, you're going to hear about that.
Oh, right.
Well, that don't happen to you often, ma'am.
No, I'm just saying that hasn't happened to me at you all's party. But I'm saying if I go to an event and I got a ticket and I got to stand in line, that's gonna be a problem for me. That's the kind of feedback I'm gonna give you, right? Because as grown folks, I shouldn't have to stand in line if I already got a ticket.
That's one of the things that me and Herb discussed. We want to give everybody the best experience, and those type of logistics is what we discuss all the time before we have parties. How do we get people in quickly? There's how do we get the VIP people in who pay several $100s to get in, and also catering to those patrons who just bought a ticket. So we're aware of all of that,
and that's good, because those small things like that are things that turn people off, right? And you don't want to do that.
But again, let me just say this: sometimes it's the venue, and in some cases there could be bottlenecks at the door because of the venue and how they have it set up. And we've had that at down at Virginia State, where the owner we had some disagreements with, but I mean, it's her place. So, their place. So it's only so much we can do. But
Right.
yeah, for the most part, we try to make sure that we give everyone that bought a ticket the best experience possible.
And let me pick it back off of that. So, Sherelle, you probably have noticed at most of our events, we attempt to have two different entrances so that we can control the aspect of people trying to get in, whether or not you bought a ticket on Eventbrite, whether you bought a ticket when you're coming in general admission, paying at the door, whether you got a VIP section, whether you have bought dual tickets like this event. We just really pay attention to it because we don't want people to have to wait in line. Waiting in line can cause disaster. Then therefore you got an attitude already before you even get in the party, before you get into the event. So we try to avoid that to the utmost. We went to Baltimore today and we're 38 days out. And we went to Baltimore today to both locations to have a walkthrough, to talk to the owners and talk to the managers to make sure that they understand our vision. And our vision is our vision. We are utilizing your space, but this is what you're going to need to do in order for us to accommodate our people and our family and our friends and our HBCU family and friends. So we made that trip up there today purposely just to make sure that they all understand what we are expecting, to make sure that we take care of our family and our friends and our peeps and their family and their friends and their people. So that's something that we go out our way to do.
And you can tell, when you get to I can tell when I get to the party. So let me say thank you to each of you for that, because that is like really, really important to me. And so thank you all for, listening and, taking heed and not only just listening, but being proactive, right? Because that's important, to be proactive and make sure that these small things are also taken care of and we don't think that they are just minor. Let's see what we have. I always
hold on, let me hold on for a second. Yeah, we would be remiss if we didn't shout out our team that we work with on these events. They're wonderful people, and we just really appreciate them. So we want to shout out our team. Shout out to Will Leach. I know he's on the line listening, so we're gonna shout him out.
Shout out to Stephanie Walker. Shout out to if we start calling names, we got to call everybody.
Oh my God!
Shout out to Shelly. Shout out to everyone on our team that has ever worked the door, or ever picked up a bag, or just been there to support us, or just given us some advice. They're all on our teams. We have a tight team, Sherelle, that always has been there for us for the last 4 years since we transitioned to Baltimore, and we've been doing homecoming for years. I can't even remember how long, but every single person that's been on our team that has shown up early, showed out, showed up late, showed up whenever, to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible, because we cannot, Dion and I cannot handle this business by ourselves. We need a whole team, and our team has been so supportive, but we want to definitely shout them out for sure.
Yes, and I'm going to thank your team because it's a seamless experience for those that are just coming to support and to party. So thank you to your team. Sharon says, I always arrive early so that I don't have to wait in line and to get a good space if you're not in the VIP section. That's also important to a lot of people, right? I've heard people say, when I go to the party, I want to party, but I want to be able to sit down too, right? Yeah. And so that's also important to some people.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
You want to talk about it? How much time we got? Yo, listen. Sherelle, right after Thanksgiving, I got a text message from one of our sisters. And I'm not going to start calling no names out, because all of our sisters and brothers are sisters and brothers. So I got a text message that says that, hey, I'm texting you to find out what's up with the VIP sections for the day party. Let alone, we had not posted anything. No one knew that we were even doing the day party because we hadn't posted anything. We hadn't told anybody. The only people that knew was our team. So the word had leaked, which was a great leak, because as soon as she texts, then there was several other people that started contacting us. One of my Viking brothers reached out, say, "Hey, I need to get locked in immediately," and so he took care of 3 sections at the same time. So this started happening early. So my point is, the VIP sections are important because at our age, people want to sit down. People want to be able to chill. It's not about flossing. It's not about showing off. It's just about being comfortable and being able to sit down, have you a spot to come and chill. And so that's very important. And with that being said, Dion and I just had a kind of a back and forth, not of a back and forth, but an agreement that literally we only have 3 sections at the day party left.
Okay, because I'm glad you answered that question because there was a question in the chat. Do you still have any VIP tickets available?
Dion, how many you got? Literally.
I think it's 3.
Yes.
There's 3 sections left.
Maybe 4, because we're working on trying to create some space. But we're just trying to accommodate all of our people, and they literally are patrons that support us. We love y'all so much, and they just been coming from every college and every institution all over the country. Hey, I need a section. Hey, I need a section. Hey, I need a section. And they just been taking care of it. And we're 38 days, 37 days out, and we're getting ready to be sold out of the day party sections. We do have sections at the night event, but they're selling as fast. So I would recommend for everybody to move swiftly and quickly for each event, because there's the space is only but so much for everybody, but we want to try to be able to accommodate as many people as possible. So move fast, move quickly.
You know what's funny for me? I don't even want to sit down when I get to the party.
You don't sit down.
You don't sit down. No, you don't sit down.
Look, I gotta work the room.
Yeah, you gotta show the outfit and your earrings and the whole thing. Love it.
So I don't need a seat at the party. I'm like, either I'm on the dance floor or I'm working the room.
Yes.
That's it.
Right.
Or buying something from the vendors.
Yeah, hey, come on now. Because okay, let's talk about our vendors. Because I have purchased some things from the vendors. Now, one of the things that really worked well for me, a couple of years ago at Ciaa, I bought a couple of purses from a vendor, and I didn't want to have to carry it around the party the entire time I was there. So the vendor was gracious enough to hold them for me. Of course, I paid her so that she know I was coming back for them. Kept them for me under her table so that I wouldn't have to walk around and carry them. That's the type of experience that I like. Right. Somebody who is like, because she could have simply said, well, I don't want to be responsible for your stuff. Right. But it wasn't that kind of vibe. And that really worked for me because I was like, I'm not trying to walk around. I already had a purse with me, and then I got 2 purses in the bag. So how do you all select your vendors? How do you find your vendors? And how important is it that we support our Black vendors?
Oh, let me just start with the last, question. I think it's very important to support Black businesses, period. The vendors that we bring in, Herb has a Rolodex of vendors, and he handles that part too. He likes to handle the vendor part. And, but it's very important because, those people work hard at what they do. They're in sales. So if we all know what sales are like. I've been to parties and there's vendors, and I try to support vendors, and some vendors can sit there all night and have minimal sales. So it's important that we at least take a look at the products that they have,
yes,
have a conversation about it,
Yes.
It may not be something that you would buy or like. And again, sometimes it's just that you just don't, you don't have it, you don't want to carry it around with you. So you got lucky with that. I mean, because if you got coats or hoodies, then you got to carry the hoodie around with you all night. But yeah, it's so important to support Black businesses, not only vendors but businesses. And that's something that my mom taught me early on. Let's support each other. And so yeah, but Herb does a great job with the vendors. He's always bringing out. I'm like, well, who's this? She has great products, and I'm like, okay, let's roll with it. Let's go with it. So Herb is the man as far as that's concerned.
So thanks, Dion. I appreciate that, because it takes, we get calls all the time, Sherelle. We get calls all the time. Hey, do you need vendors? Do you need this? You need that? And we really take our time, and we want to support, the Black-owned businesses that support us. But there's a certain kind of uniqueness that comes forth when for our particular vendors, because we want to be able to give people a different swag, different flavor, different style. Sister Antoinette just introduced us to this gentleman, super cool dude from Richmond, lives in Atlanta now. His name is Craig. We call him Ciaa. He's a fedora. He has hats, and his hats are mean. And she is like, hey, reach out to this brother. And we reached out, and we became boys immediately because of just his whole disposition and how he just carried himself, and how we had the conversation about him having family at Virginia State. And he was like, dude, I'm there. I'm coming from Atlanta. I'm driving up. So those kind of relationships are what we build. Of course, Jill, our sister Jill, has built her business up from scratch. And now she is, she's world renowned. People want her product everywhere. We have, our sister Christine that's coming this year, Christine Easter, that's coming with the beads and the different jewelry and those kind of things. And we cannot go without mentioning Sean Ryan. Dion, Sean Ryan has not missed.
No,
When we called this dude, he was like, where do you need me? What time do I need to be there?
And that brother's on the streets of DC too. I mean,
every
selling
day.
Product. Yeah, every day. Yeah,
every day.
Great guy.
So we want to support our people and make sure that Sean said, do you need for me to post the art around the entire party? What do you need for me to do? And he brings the amount that he needs. He brings help. So therefore, the business helps business. And that's what we're all about, Sherelle. That piece right there.
I love going to the vendors. I try to go to the vendors first.
Yeah.
Because
get it out of the way.
I won't get my stuff out the way. And
you want to make sure they got your size. You don't want to run out of size. You got to have the mediums, the small. You want to know what they got.
And I want to make sure, for me, when I shop at vendors, if I see 13 of something on the rack, I don't want it. Because that means 12 other people gonna have it.
Yeah,
right?
That's the piece, Sherelle, because all of our vendors, they're one of a kind.
They are, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, each and every one of them only make one product, and when you buy it, you can promise that you are not going to see it again, because that's the only one they made. Maybe it's a bead or the color or something like that, but for the most part, we kind of lean into vendors that make unique products that you will never see again. Like Rob has made, Dion's and I's jackets and hats and all kinds of stuff. We know that we will never ever see it again because he did it specifically for us.
And that's something I appreciate about. And I don't even like the shop, but that when I do go shopping, when I tell you I hate shopping, oh my God,
really?
I'd rather do anything else in the world but go shopping, but I like to look cute.
Okay. We're going to take your word for that one.
And so when I do, I want to be able to see what you have, just from glancing. I don't want to have to be sliding stuff across a rack, all that. That's too much for me. But if I go from a vendor and see a cute bag and I only see one of them, I'm like, boom, let me get that. And I shop quick. I buy everything I like and I'm done.
Hey, Sherelle. Hey, Sherelle.
Yes.
You remember we had the Summer Sandlot event?
Yes.
And you met the young lady, Shauna Jacobs?
Yes.
Yeah, she's coming.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I like her stuff. And
so
the other lady you had there too, I bought some jeans from her. They real cute. I ain't seen nobody else. And there was only one pair.
Yeah, so when that happens uniquely like that, when I see that you buy it, I'm like, okay, sister cousin bought it. So that means that person get to stay.
Yes.
So
and I would be remiss if I didn't shout my husband out for shopping for me.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, brother cousin James holds it down. So what's up, brother cousin? Shout out to you, bro, for holding it down for how many years?
42.
Oh my goodness. He been dealing with you since you was butter. So shout out butter.
Wait, I saw my daughter sent me a meme the other day talking about something like it was actually a little video meme that said something like, my husband always complaining about my attitude, but he been responsible for the last 40 years.
Oh wow. Which sister?
My daughter.
Huh?
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that she's seen that forever. But hey man, that's a great brother, man. We came through together. And shout out to James Higgins for holding it down for my sister cousin. And we family, we'll always be family, for sure.
And I know he's gonna be checking out that hat vendor at Ciaa. So this is gonna be great because went to the store the other day to look for a hat. I didn't go because I don't like shopping. But
this dude,
go straight to the hat vendor.
This dude is vicious. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, okay, that's cool. And we get his business card. We'll my husband will give him business because that's his thing. So let's talk about where, because my brother George, who told me he wasn't coming to see a AA with me this year before I even got a chance to get the question. Now, I wasn't even gonna ask him to go, but he said, where and how can people get tickets?
Well, there's several different ways. This has been something very unique and different for us this year because shout out to Legends of Troy. They created the day party down in Charlotte many, many years ago. And the transition from Charlotte to Baltimore, I gotta give this plug. From Charlotte to Baltimore, they did not come and transition into when they came to the DMV. So we were remiss, and we were called out to have the first day party, Virginia State Day Party here in the DMV. Shout out to Nicole as well, because that's who reached out to us to say, hey, Legends of Troy is not doing it. Dion, you and Dion should be able to come in and just be able to handle it. So we went on the search, but to give them a shout out. But the day party is one event that we are taking. We've been blessed to be able to take on the responsibility to handle it. So the day parties Eventbrite link is Trojan Love Day 2026.eventbrite.com. I repeat it. Trojan.
I'm send it to me. I'll drop it in the comments.
Okay, cool. Dion, can you send it to her?
Yeah, I'll drop it in there.
Thank you. So that's Trojan Love Day 2026.eventbrite.com. The night event is exactly the same, but it's just Trojan Love Night.eventbrite.com. If you're interested in VIP sections, then Dion and I cater to this because we don't want to put that on Eventbrite because we want to make sure that we take care of these people individually, and we want to make sure that we are very, very we handle it in a way that to make sure that they know that they're taken care of. So just reach out to either Dion or I, and to make sure that we handle the VIP sections for you, so we can make sure you get exactly what you want. You get the bottle that you want. You get the service that you need. You get the interest that you need. We want to give you all the information so you're not stumbling around, to make sure that you get you in, get you out, make sure you have a great time, make sure you have a Trojan love and a high def entertainment experience. So that's how you get in contact with us to be able to get your tickets. So if you can drop that into the link, Sherelle, we'll appreciate it.
Antoinette just dropped the day in the link, and I see the other one coming up, Dion. I had the day one, and so we'll drop for those in the comment section so that people can easily find the tickets, because we want to make sure that we encourage people to support both of these parties. And like you said, Dion, this is a party with a purpose.
Yes.
And giving back to our beloved Virginia State is so important. And so we want to make sure that we can get as many people as possible to sure that we can not only sell out the place, but give back the most amount of money we can to Virginia State. And Herb got the food going on. Herb, can you go on mute for me? Okay. And so Sharon says she will reach out to Herb. I need you on mute. Sharon says she will reach out to you tomorrow to talk about one of the VIP sections. And if she gets one, then I might sit down for 5 seconds in her section.
Okay.
But it won't be long. Yeah, so let me see. George says, yeah, Antoinette, that's a hard no for me. Sherelle almost got me locked up last year. Hey, he talking that trash. The only reason he's not coming to CIAA with me is because Jim is going with me. Because if Jim wasn't going, his behind would be at CIAA with me. So he could say whatever he wants to in these comment sections. But he did almost get locked up last year. Okay, quick story. We at CIAA, we stand at this hotel. They don't allow you to park your own car. They do the valet parking. We come down to get ready to go to the Virginia State Day party, and we standing there waiting on them to bring George's car around. It's taking forever. So then come to find out, long story short, first of all, they said they couldn't find his car. And then they was like, well, we see the car, but we can't find it. Herb, I need you on mute. Herb, I need you on mute.
Herb.
Then they said they couldn't find the keys to the car. And then when they called the dude who was the valet driver, come to find out he had taken George's keys to his car home. And then they said,
oh my God.
Then they said, well, he on his way to bring the keys back, but he got to take the bus.
Oh my goodness. You got to be kidding me.
Oh no, it was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. I was like, oh my God, I need to get George out of here before we all go to jail. It was a mess.
Oh my goodness.
So no, I won't be staying at that hotel anymore, and I won't be valet parking with them. So we ended up having to take an Uber to the party, which was fine. But they and then they was like, well, we'll reimburse you for your Uber and we'll put the parking on us, right? Okay, cool, no problem. Let's go to the party. We go to the party. Long story short, they tried to act like they weren't gonna reimburse me for the Uber. I was like, are you kidding me? And then because we had 2 cars that was valet parked, they said that they was gonna comp both of the cars. And then they tried to renege on that. I was like, oh no, now you get ready to get cursed out, because what we not doing is reneging on what you said you was gonna do to accommodate us. So it was a whole big old thing. But I tell you, it was about to go, it was going down. And
that's
George was walking back and forth. He was pacing that floor. I was like, oh my God, he's about to explode. So, oh my God, it's already 7:29. I want to thank you all so much for coming on here, giving me the laughs, talking about CIAA, VSU. I love it. I love it. I love it. We are going to turn up for CIAA. I cannot wait to party with my HBCU family. Dion and Herb, thank you all so much. I know how much work goes into hosting these parties. So thank you all's team for all of the work that you do to make us have a wonderful, wonderful time. Sit tight for me. I'm going to do my what the hell segment and then we're going to wrap this up.
Okay.
So let's talk about what the hell. What the hell is, do you have your tickets for the party? Because you're going to be asking yourself, what the hell was I waiting on? I encourage you to get your tickets right now. If you don't have them already, don't delay. Get your tickets right now. Because when you see me going live from the party, because you know I'm going to go live from the party, singing VSU, I love it, and saying party over here, ain't nothing over there. Don't be at your house talking about what the hell was I thinking? Why didn't I go to CIAA and be up at the party partying with Sherelle and everybody else? So don't delay. Get your tickets. We dropped the links in the comment section. Come out to Baltimore. Baltimore City does a great job of hosting us for CIAA. I feel very safe there. They don't have a lot of riffraff roaming around on the street. So come out, have a good time, and enjoy yourself. And don't be at home asking yourself like George is going to be doing when he see me partying on Facebook, asking himself, what the hell was I thinking? Have a good night, and thank you all for joining me for this episode of Let's Get Into It. Thank you for joining and participating in Let's Get Into It. I want to thank my special guest for being brave enough to get into it. Without you, these conversations cannot happen. Remember, different viewpoints, respect, and love are the foundations of Let's Get Into It. If there's a topic you think I should discuss, drop me a recommendation. If you're interested in being my special guest, let me know, because we can and will get into it. Have a great day on purpose, and I look forward to your continued engagement and support as we get into it.